Would you ship future picks for Tomlin's culture and wins? Time for us to debate it. Because, listen, we've been saying we want an actual coach, right? How long have we been saying this? How many years have we been saying this? So, ML Football, one of the social media, guys out there, did a suggested, would you take this trade? The trade was the first round pick this year, third round pick next year. So 26th first, a 27th third. Now, the whole reason this started became a thing that kind of stuck in my brain was actually Doug Rush, who I actually have a lot of respect for as a writer. He's a good writer. Got a chance to talk to him a couple of times. He's a nice guy. He was saying, no, that's insane. That's crazy. And I'm like, is it? Is it? And it's funny because I was on with Tim on Online Big Blue yesterday, and we were talking about this. And I posed the question. So I'm going to pose it to you, Robin. You and I haven't even talked about this beforehand.
Yeah.
I said, if you could right now trade Abdul Carter for Mike Tomlin, would you?
Right now, as it sits, what we have, man. Yes.
I'm not even hesitating. Yes, done. Here's why. Because has Abdul Carter won you 4 games this season? Because coaching's lost us 4.
Yes. So you have the great prospect of Carter, and wherever he goes, he's going to be a great player.
Oh, yeah. No doubt about it.
Injury aside. But what he doesn't bring is a leadership role for the whole team and a culture shock for the whole team.
Plus, he's a pass rusher. He's not a run stopper, and he's not a complete player like that, really.
Yeah, well, depends on coaching. Like,
and we'll see how he grows.
Can help out how he develop.
Yeah.
The thing is, when you pick up Tomlin, he can make good players look great, bad players look good, and those really good players look phenomenal. Yeah. And he also knows when to cut the ties on him and get him the hell out of Pittsburgh. Look at you, Antonio Brown. Look at you, Pickens. Look at actually not Pickens. Cease.
No, we'll see. So I just said it as Carter because he was our first round pick last year.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying because it makes the decision tough.
It does. I'm going to pose this one to you. Would you trade Deonte Banks and Jalin Hyatt?
Of course.
That's a first and a third right there. And that's the point I'm trying to make is it's a risk. Yes, it's a risk. But you're talking about draft picks that are a gamble. They're a gamble.
But then you could say, right, Drew Phillips and Jackson Dart. That's the first and the third.
I'm going to tell you this right now. Jackson Dart is the one guy that there's no way in goddamn hell I'm trading for a coach.
But that's also part of the roulette. That's also part of the roulette.
Oh, I know it is. The first round. I'm saying we already have the quarterback, though. We already have the quarterback. And you only get so much time with the quarterback on a rookie deal to go ahead and do what you can. We also have money clearing, people are forgetting, from the Daniel Jones contract. That is coming off the books next year. So we're going to have a good amount of money chunk cleared up there as well from that. So to me, you have to take advantage of that cheap quarterback time frame. You don't have time to wait and see if a guy was okay in the spot turns out great here. You don't have time to see if a first-time head coach becomes good because it's going to take him a couple years to do it. You go and get yourself the elite coach you can. And I'm sorry, I know a lot of people are not so high in him because he hasn't won a playoff game in a while and all this stuff. You try winning playoff games in Mason Rudolph and Kenny Pickett.
That's what I was about to say.
Justin Fields. Russell Wilson. He took Russell Wilson to the playoffs last year, guys. We've seen him this year. How good of a coaching job does that seem right now? He took Russell Wilson with him as his quarterback to the postseason last year.
Yeah. 100%. This is where I was about to get at before. When you have a great coach, mentor, and leader in the room, they elevate all the players on the field, which allows each player to play better next to each other, which is as silly and redundant as it sounds. But, if you have a really good person playing next to you, you're going to play better because you don't want to be outshined.
Yeah.
If you have a bad coach, you don't elevate that in these players. Mike Tomlin's done that his whole career. Just look at his record.
Yeah.
He's never had a losing season, which is absolutely absurd. With terrible talent. And he sits there and elevates them all the time. Bring a guy like that in this squad where there's a lot of talent, how well did they play?
Yeah.
You tell me if you had Dart neighbors playing in Pittsburgh, they'd be on a playoff run. Be a lot better than what they're doing now.
Oh yeah, but part of the equation also though turns into where are we going to be at the end of the season for this draft position? Because I understand you may go scouting and go to certain players that I hold in that high regard. I'm not going to give up the risk to go get them. I see Anthony in the comments already talked about that too as well with Tyson or Tate. Part of it's where you're going to be at. And to be honest, part of why I'm so willing to say this is a yes is because of the fact that I don't think we're going to be as low as we are right now. So if you look at where we're at right now, we're stuck at 2-8. We're the third pick overall. We have the Browns, the Jets, the Raiders, all at 2-7, meaning they've already had their bye week. So assuming they lose when we have our bye week and the average is out, we're gonna go at that point down to number 5 because 2 of those 3 have a lower strength of schedule. So that's the difference right there.
Yeah.
Now throw in the fact that Vegas is going to also potentially go back down as well. Now we go to 6. Now let's say we win a couple of games because here's the thing, guys. I honestly think we're going to win a few games. I don't think the Packers game is as unwinnable as people think it is because the Packers have a tendency to play down to talent. I'm not saying we're going to win. We're not the favorite. I'm just saying it wouldn't like last couple of weeks I've said there's no way in hell we're winning this game. No way in hell. This is an 80% chance we lose this week. I'll say it that way.
I would say 70, 65.
That's there's still a chance because the Packers.
You said there's absolutely no way we win against the Bears. I said I gave like a 30% shot.
Yeah.
We said no way we're going to beat the Eagles. I said there's a shot. Like this time of the year, like people are also forgetting Green Bay is a little more beat up than a lot of people think about. Like,
yep.
So the Giants could take advantage of that. I mean, we'll talk about it tomorrow as well, but like their best receiver is not a receiver. It's a position that we don't play against blocking, and we don't have to worry about it because he's out there.
And I'll say this as well. This also applies to multiple coaches that I'd look at, including John Harbaugh, who you all know is probably the guy that if I can pick anybody, it would be Kyle Shanahan, but Harbaugh's not far behind. So after this week, we have the Lions. We'll get our butts whipped, let's be honest. Then we have the Patriots. And people think that the Patriots are amazing because they're 8-2. Let me just do this real quick. Let me pull it up real quick for you guys. This is what they've done lately. Okay, they just barely beat the Bucs. That's a solid win.
That was the prove me right game. Just saying.
So they beat by 1 point the Falcons, who have not looked that good this year. They beat them.
Wishy-washy.
Listen to this. The Patriots then beat the Broncos, the Patriots. I said Patriots. The Browns, the Titans, and the Saints. That was their 4-game stretch there. The Saints, the Titans, the Browns, the Falcons, leading up to that game. That's not that they're not a good team, but they are definitely
7 straight.
Yeah, because they've been placing crap teams. They had they first off they lost to the Raiders.
Bills.
They beat the Bills.
Week 1.
No, that was it was week 1. They barely beat the Dolphins after the Dolphins got whooped on by the Colts that week 1.
Don't be surprised that the Dolphins win a few more games this year. Just saying.
No, what I'm just saying is don't be surprised if we do. We're going to find out how much the problem is Dable. But what I'm just saying is, again, that's not unwinnable. I'm not saying we're the favorite, but that's not unwinnable. I give it a 65% chance like you were saying before.
I'll give a little less than 65. I'll go to like an 80% chance they win, but it's still you're right.
Then you got the Commanders. The Commanders are an absolute shit show. Let's be honest.
We should win that game.
So
besides Daniels going down, that defense is just also dislocated themselves.
You got the Vikings, which have been 4-5 and had quarterback issues and everything all entire year. Then you got the Raiders. Then you got the Cowboys. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not thinking that we're going to be a top 5 pick.
No.
I mean, I still think we'll be a top 10 to 15 pick. Like, I don't think we're going to go crazy. But if we win 3 more games, let's say hypothetically end up like, 5-12, we're not going to be a top 5 pick, guys.
I think we probably get 3 more wins this year.
Yeah, I said I don't think that's ridiculous with that schedule. We're about to come into the weak part of the schedule. Finally. About goddamn time.
I mean, we talked about it from the get-go. We argued about this when we were 1 and 3. I was like, this is the toughest part of the schedule. We call it being this bad.
And it's just we're still in it. This is what it is. So, like I said, I seriously, like I feel like I would take a trade in a heartbeat for a good quality adult in the room coach. There's not a lot of them, guys. There's a lot more other things. There's a lot more receivers. There's a lot more pass rushers. There's not a lot of them.
You know what that does? If Mary Trish come out next week and say, all right, we're going to just put it out there. Like, we're going to make a trade for an elite head coach. We're giving up a first and third. That's just a message out to the players and the coaching staff. Because what does the elite coach, what are they going to do when they come in? They're going to clean house anything they think is garbage.
Yeah.
So each player is going to step up, play for the contract. How much do you think they're going to want to lose? They're going to tank for the best spot because they're going to want to compete for the job the following year.
Yeah.
In the next contract.
Like I said, I would make this kind of move in a heartbeat. Now, again, if we have a top 3 pick we have now, maybe I'm not, but I don't think we have a top 3 pick when it's all said and done. So we'll find out.
Thanks for watching. Like the show? Of course you do, or you would have turned it off by now and not be hearing me. There are plenty of ways to support the show. YouTube is the best place to join us, and we offer memberships there with fun benefits like custom emojis and early access to video clips. Of course, there you can also send super chats and stickers to send one-time support payments. The best way to support the show is to buy these drunk idiots beers at buymeacoffee.com/2giantgoofballs. Along with one-time support payments, there are also monthly plans, so you can continue to help kill their livers each month. You can also show people that you are a goofball by visiting our store at 2giantgoofballs-shop.fourthwall.com. We got everything from shirts, hats, phone cases, funny candles, buttons, stickers, and even a 2 Giant Goofballs towel to dry off your goofballs. Of course, you can always support the show for free by simply hitting the like, subscribe, and share button wherever you are watching or listening to this. Hit the thumbs up on YouTube. Leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. It helps the show tremendously, and quite frankly, the goofballs suck at marketing and need your help to get the word out. Thank you for being part of the Goofball Army and for taking the time out to support the show.
If you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging.